era bano bwe bataakomye ekibiina kino kigagga bombi bano kijja bajjawo tufune omuntu omulala badde mbayite wano nomination tufune candidate omuki.
Now by precedent and even by law, if a candidate is disqualified from a race, we do not call for fresh nominations unless there has not been any other contender in the same position.
There is a blunder that was made by the Deputy President of Uganda region from within NUP as they were solving the conundrum which is between Zahara Ruhika and Shamim Marende. We all know that among the very many positions candidates of NUP are fighting for, so that if each and everyone can fly the NUP flag high, the woman MP Kampala has had a very bitter contestation between the two. And this resulted to the political party bringing these two figures who are fighting, but they ended up making a simple mistake that I want to tackle in this video. Okay? When Zahara Ruhika and Shamim Marende were being talked to so that they can reduce on the bad atmosphere in the political environment, Mwanga Kivumbi ended up making a mistake which made another contender, the third contender, coming out to fault Deputy President of Uganda region. When Mwanga Kivumbi was speaking to the press, he acted as if there were two contenders on this position. And I think it was a mistake which is supposed to be arrested or which deserves Mwanga Kivumbi's retaliation. Because if such things are left unheard, even if a person isn't given a ticket, but at least there must be a symbol of fairness. Before I proceed, let me first play a tape as Mwanga Kivumbi was making a statement so that I can tell you the fault. Here's the tape.
Oyagala bwa kansala naawe ne tukulaba mu lukaano luno nga naawe okolamu empisa embi yakaming after you. Akakiiko k'ebyokulonda bwe kanaavaayo nga kakwasa bano empisa naawe kajja kukima. Era bano bwe bataakomye ekibiina kino kigagga bombi bano kijja bajjawo tufune omuntu omulala badde mbayite wano nomination tufune candidate omuki omulala ababiri bakole ki baveewo. We can't lose because of one seat eye Kampala. No one should shed blood. Tweni mwana waffe agenda kufa kwekubagana lwa kifo kimu ekyaki mu Kampala. N'abalala n'abawa foot soldiers n'abalala tubasaba mwenna mukakane nga 15 ziweze 16 tujja kuba tufunye omuntu omu agenda okubeera memba waki wa parliament ate yajja okuwangula kyekirungi.
That is Mwanga Kivumbi. His statement, he came out to say that if these two people fail to arrest their horses from fighting, they'll disqualify them and call a fresh nomination. So that was a fault, because in that position there are not only two contenders. Secondly, the bravado of Mwanga Kivumbi of threatening candidates must stop. This is a democracy. I may not agree with the differences between these two candidates on how they are handling them, but a political contest is normal. Threatening them is not the way to go. I rather prefer how the Secretary General spoke, how other leaders spoke. Mwanga Kivumbi, you have that fault. Okay? You painted a picture as if there are two candidates. I know the front runners, truth be told, may be Marenda and Zahara Ruhika, but you don't have to show it to the public because that is a fault. This is the truth. In fact, even NAKANDI came out and made her statement. He said these statements. I want you to listen very carefully. Here's the tape.
My supporters have been wondering. Yes, there could be battles, or perceived battles between the camps of Honorable Zahara and Honorable Marende, but the statements made today by our Deputy President, Honorable Mwanga Kivumbi, have worried me as a candidate and also my supporters. when he mentioned that if these two ladies fail to abide by the party principles, they will both be disqualified and the party will invite fresh candidates. The party will call for fresh nominations. Now, by precedent and even by law, if a candidate is disqualified from a race, we do not call for fresh nominations unless there has not been any other contender in the same position. What Honorable KIVUMBI said today, that if these two disagree, they will call for fresh nomination, makes me wonder if my expression of interest was received by the party, and in any case, if it will be considered.
So,
because if the deputy...
Nakandi's argument, by the way, is right. I may not be her supporter, but since we are party that's going to be in power come 2026, there are some mistakes we are not supposed to be said. And Mwanga KIVUMBI, you've made several mistakes. You remember even when you were in Buyikwe, you came out to announce a young candidate. When the party doesn't come out to endorse, when the party doesn't come out to give the official position, those are mistakes which are supposed to be seen. You may want to make it to look like as if a person is working hard to pinpoint candidates. You are not, even if I don't deny you can be among the people who can at least push the party president or the SG to pick a candidate. But remember not to make those mistakes. This is the second mistake that Mwanga KIVUMBI is making. In Buyikwe, I think Mukono South, you announce a young candidate. By the way, I also support that young candidate. But it is a mistake for deputy president to come out and announce a candidate without the party getting the position. What if the position is changed, yet you came out to announce? Okay? What if, even if these candidates of Kampala remain doing good manners and the party decides another candidate who was not nominated? So Mwanga KIVUMBI desists from announcing candidates and peddling narrative, because Nakandi has a point here. Most especially when you sit on the sake of the party. If that statement was made by a person who's below, maybe you can understand, but making that statement being made by a leader in the party, one of the highest, who was picked by Bobo Nchagulanyi Ssentamu, it is something to worry about. Let's continue with Nakandi.
President seems unaware that there are any other contenders for this position. Then this is a question that I posed to the EMC, headed by Honorable Chemtai, and the party leadership. In this case, the Deputy Party President, Honorable Mwanga KIVUMBI. I want us to be clear to our supporters so that we do not waste time and money in this process if we know for sure that we shall not be considered. We also want to know whether the process, the vetting process that we are going for actually matters, whether it actually makes any sense. If the Deputy President can say that the party is looking at two candidates and it is from those two that it will choose a flag bearer.
So that is Nakandi. He came out and made his statement very, very precisely. For sure, for the woman Kampala MP seat, okay, the forerunners are Zaharika and Malende, there is no doubt. But for Deputy President coming out, okay, to look out some people, however weak they are, it is not a good gesture. Because even if you have a predetermined candidate, you're not supposed to show it before the party makes its decision. This is, I think, the third time Mwanga KIVUMBI is making this statement. In Mukono South, he made it. I also wish the young man flies the NUP flag high. But announcing him early on is a problem. What if they change? Now you made it in Kampala Central. Why is it that the Secretary General didn't make the similar statement? Or even the President desists from making such statements, even though he knows the people, many of them is going to give the card. So here Nakandi is right. In fact, if Nakandi doesn't get the card, and for sure, she may not get the card because others are forerunners, he will have a chance to make his case. He will come out to say that at one point A, The deputy president came out and insinuated this, and it happened. Yet, if you don't come out to make those statements, even if you lose as a card, there is some sense of fairness. Of course, that's my opinion. I remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabye Sulaiman Mawaggali, the next MP for Makindi East constituency. I will see you on another one. Peace.
Yes, Kabye Sulaiman Mawaggali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makindi East constituency, so that I can represent the great people of Makindi East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.